In the morning, I was sweaty after walking for a while. Hong Kong was still in the hot summer. Only buses were used as transportation today.
Beijing time 12:17.
Hong Kong true solar time 11:54.
Temperature registered at 25 degrees by HK Observatory, humidity 85%.
Sunlight seemed to freeze time on the dial, the bus was late, and the queuing line waiting for the bus could no longer see its tail.
The suicide report in September became a metaphor for the government's loss of trust.
500,000 people in black are wandering in the streets.
The subway stations were almost invalid. Most of them had stopped service.
Seung Kwan O Line Hang House Station is open.
On September 2nd, a man was stopped from jumping off a residential building at the junction of Nam Chong Street and Phuc Wing Street in Sham Shui Po.
Train service disruption on some lines.
People on the bus were on Facebook and kept their eyes on this strike.
The U.S. Secretary of State says the territory no longer merits special treatment under U.S. laws.
Kwun Tong Line Lam Tin Station is closed.
On September 3rd, a man jumped to death in a reconstruction site in Yuan Estate, Chaiwan.
About 40 meters from the Tsim Sha Sui Pier on Salisbury Road, an unidentified female body was found in the water. After being rescued to the hospital, she was confirmed dead.
The number of people support different camps in Facebook.
44,506 people like support Hong Kong police page.
98,295 people like Carrie Lam page.
4,075 people like hard protester and soft protester page.
124,236 people like Civil Human Rights Front page.
The trees blown down by the typhoon last year were still lying on the hills. No one would care about them.
The Japanese government is strongly concerned about the situation in Hong Kong, Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga said at a regular press conference.
Tung Chung Line Kowloon Station is closed.
A woman was stopped from jumping off Block 5, Seaview Crescent Tung Chung. A man was found jumping to death from Wenhei House, Huai Wen Estate, Huaicheng.
Hong Kong orchid tree is a native species and the city flower of Hong Kong.
Hong Kong literally means spice harbor or fragrant harbor.
The stream was called Fragrance River running through Hong Kong.
Hong Kong has been a major harbor for agar wood which has been used in making fragrances.
Where were people going? It was reported that there would be 10,000 people picking up at the airport today.
Hong Kong legislators are holding a debate on Wednesday over a controversial bill that would require schools to teach China's national anthem, and anyone who disrespects it to face jail.
East Rail Line Tai Wai Station is closed.
On September 5th, in the morning, someone jumped off a building on Tai Hang Tu Estate, Shek Kip Mei. A woman jumped into the first floor platform at HN House, Shui Chen O Estate, Shidin.
An old man hanged himself and caused death on Tung Choi Street, Mong Kok. A woman jumped to death at Shunfeng International Center, Queens Road East, Wuhan, China.
There are 3,002 striking staffs.
315 airlines affected.
And 217 airlines cancelled.
1928 Cathay Pacific staff strike.
In the first week of the movement, a classmate was shot by tear gas bombs and her eyes were red.
China has been furious at the U.S. government for criticizing its handling of protests in Hong Kong and for backing pro-democracy demonstrators.
Ma On Shan Line Wukai Sha Station is open.
On September 6th, an old man jumped to death at Sao Ho House, Sao Mao Ping South Estate. An old man jumped off on Yung House, Chung On Estate, Tsing Yi.
An old woman jumped to death at Filial Tang. A woman jumped off Victory Garden, Huaicheng.
The police shoot 0 tear gas bombs.
Tear gas composition, pepper and pava spray, CS, CR, and CN gas, bromostone, XYLYL bromide, synpropanethyl S oxide, mace and vinegar.
Proper noun, CS multi-smoke 5 projectiles.
Chemical formula, C10H5Cln2.
Black became a sensitive word during this period. In fact, many daily things had become sensitive.
Hong Kong activist urges Canada, others to speak out against China's security bill.
South Island Line Leitung Station is open.
On September 7, a man was found lying on the ground floor of Block Z of the Polytechnic University at 7 p.m.
A male body was found on the North Point Pier. His hands were tied up and his body was tied with an echo bag containing 4 bricks and hands tied.
A woman hangs in a room washroom at a hotel, 3 Tang Di Street, Siung Kwan O.
A woman was found to be seriously injured because of jumping off a building at Westlands Gardens, 1025 to 1037 Kings Road, Quarry Bay.
A woman jumped off Hoi Ning Court, South Horizons.
Black is grayscale equals 0.
Black is hue equals 0, saturation equals 0, brightness equals 0 in HSB mode.
Black is red equals 0, green equals 0, blue equals 0 in RGB mode.
Black is hex color equal #000000.
Black is cyan equals 0%, magenta equals 0%, yellow equals 0%, key equal 100% in printing color mode.
With the trade war easing up, prices of fruits and vegetables in supermarkets rebounded.
China set to propose national security legislation concerning Hong Kong.
Island Line Shengwan Station is closed.
On September 8, a woman jumped to death on Walk-in House, Wafu Estate. Another woman was found lying on the ground and had died on Healthy Village, North Point.
Donald Trump, China just enacted a major stimulus plan. With all the tariffs they are paying to the USA, billions and billions of dollars, they need it. In the meantime, our Federal Reserve sits back and does nothing.
Xi Jinping, on issues concerning China's sovereignty and dignity, China must safeguard its core interests. As the world's 2 largest economies, differences between China and the United States are ultimately about finding mutually acceptable solutions.
Lamma Island Pier was full of flags ready for the Chinese National Day as if it disregarded of what was happening in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong's political crisis returned to center stage as clashes erupted in the legislature and prominent pro-democracy activists were charged for taking part in last year's protests.
Tsuen Wan Line Tsim Sha Sui Station is closed.
On September 9, a man hanging on the tree nearby Shing Mun Country Park snack kiosks was found by a passenger.
$1 exchanges 6.895626 RMB.
1 HK dollar exchanges 0.881009 RMB.
The police were moving. They were on Nathan Road, heading towards Tsim Sha Sui.
We hoped that more trade with China would serve all countries' interests.
West Rail Line East Tsim Sha Sui Station is closed.
On September 10th, on Ting Estate, a murder took place on Tuen Mun yesterday.
A woman did not go to work, then her sister went up to her house and found her dead on the bed. Her boyfriend was lying on the sofa unconsciously, then was sent to the hospital in a coma.
The flow of people in Nathan Road is 10,000 per hour.
The Times Hong Kong police force mentioned Nathan Road in its Facebook page as a
Hong Kong police rejected an application by organizers for an annual vigil marking the anniversary this week of the 1989 Tiananmen Square crackdown.
Airport Express Xingyi Station is closed.
On September 11th, 2 days after disappearing, a man was found lying in the courtyard and confirmed dead on Sao Yi House, Sao Mau Ping Estate.
An old man was found tied to a tree with a rope hanging from the neck near the Tuen Mun Ferry Terminal.
Hotspots are emerging in urban areas across Africa, Asia, and Latin America, where social distancing is challenging.
Disneyland Resort Line Disneyland Resort Station is open.
The novel coronavirus has destroyed lives and livelihoods in both the United States and China.
In the morning, I was sweaty after walking for a while. Humid and hot could still be felt outside. Only buses were used as transportation today.
Beijing time 12:25